On September 30th, 2025, we bid farewell to the Federal Clean Vehicle Credit, which gave purchasers of most new and used electric vehicles tax credits of up to $7,500 to those who met the eligibility guidelines. Nevertheless, a number of states offer financial incentives to purchase electric vehicles. It's been a while since I've published a list of these incentives, so it's time for an update. However, there's also a growing number of states that are charging additional excise taxes or user fees on purchasers or owners of electric vehicles. So some states offer incentives, some states charge fees, and some even do both. I'm the Tax Geek, and here are state EV purchase incentives and additional taxes for 2026, oversimplified. Similar to previous videos I've made on this subject, we need to set some ground rules as to what exactly qualifies as an incentive. The incentive must be for the consumer purchase or lease of a new or used plug-in electric passenger vehicle. Incentives for purchasing commercial trucks or other heavy-duty vehicles won't make the list. Incentives for installing EV charging equipment or converting a conventional vehicle to electric power also won't make the list. Finally, the credit or incentive must be available statewide. This will eliminate any incentive or rebate given by any local government or private organization, such as a utility company. If you want to know all the incentives for purchasing electric vehicles and installing charging equipment, the U.S. Department of Energy has an exhaustive list of all electric vehicle-related credits, rebates, incentives, and legislation for every state. You'll find a link to this website in the video description. Shown on the screen are all the states that do not offer incentives meeting our criteria. But if you live in one of these states, don't despair. Depending on where you live in the state and who supplies your electricity, you may qualify for a vehicle purchase incentive. And many states that don't offer purchase incentives offer other benefits to electric vehicles, such as single driver access to HOV lanes. Now for the states that do offer incentives for purchasing plug-in electric passenger vehicles. The type and amounts of incentives will be presented in general terms. All states have very specific procedures for claiming incentives, and incentives are often subject to funding limitations and may run out during the year. You'll often hear me use the terms qualifying vehicle and qualifying buyer. These vary widely from state to state and are usually described in that state's website on the incentive. Links to these websites will be given in the video description. And check the details of your state's incentive before you buy. Do not rely on a salesperson's claim that an incentive is available. And also, keep in mind that these incentives are accurate as of July 2026 and are subject to change, suspension for lack of funding, or repeal. So here they are. California has created, as part of the state's 2026-2027 budget, a first-time EV buyer incentive of up to $3,500 on the purchase of a new EV and up to $1,750 on the purchase of a used one. New vehicles with a price less than $50,000 and used vehicles priced less than $25,000 qualify for the program. Colorado's Innovative Motor Vehicle Credit is a tax credit of $750 for the purchase or lease of a new qualifying EV with a manufacturer's suggested retail price under $80,000. Vehicles with an MSRP of less than $35,000 qualify for an additional $2,500 for a potential maximum credit of $3,250. Connecticut's Cheaper program offers rebates of up to $1,000 for the purchase of an all-electric vehicle and $500 for the purchase of a plug-in hybrid. Lower-income buyers can qualify for up to an additional $3,000 rebate for the purchase of a new EV and $5,000 for the purchase of a used one. Delaware offers rebates of up to $2,500 for purchasing or leasing a new electric vehicle, as well as rebates of up to $1,000 for purchasing new plug-in hybrid vehicles. Purchasing a used electric or plug-in hybrid with a purchase price of less than $40,000 also qualifies for a similar rebate. The Illinois EPA extends a rebate of up to $2,000 to purchasers of new or used qualifying electric vehicles. Lower-income buyers can receive an additional $2,000 rebate for a total of $4,000. This program has an annual application window which is expected to run from November 2026 through May 2027, and funding may be limited. Illinois also exempts all EV purchases from sales tax. Moderate income purchasers of new electric vehicles in Maine can get rebates of up to $6,000. Lower income buyers can qualify for an additional $2,000. Used EV buyers can get rebates of up to $4,000. All these rebates will be reduced by $1,000 effective September 30th, 2026. Maryland offers an excise tax credit of up to $3,000 for qualifying vehicles costing less than $50,000. The More EV program in Massachusetts offers rebates of up to $3,500 for purchasing a new or used electric vehicle. Lower income buyers can receive an additional $1,500. If someone trades in an internal combustion engine vehicle for an EV, there is an additional rebate of $1,000 available. New Jersey's Charge Up program offers an incentive of $1,500 for purchases of electric vehicles. Lower income buyers can qualify for an increased rebate of $4,000. Joining the list this year is New Mexico's Clean Car Tax Credit, which offers refundable tax credits of up to $3,000 for the purchase of a new EV and $2,500 for the purchase of a used one. These credits will phase out over the next few years and end entirely in 2030. New York's Drive Clean rebate offers incentives of up to $2,000 for purchasing or leasing a new electric vehicle. The amount of the incentive depends on vehicle range and MSRP. Also new to the list this year is Oklahoma's EV tax credit of up to $5,500 for the purchase of a qualifying electric vehicle. Oregon offers incentives for purchasing new electric vehicles of $2,500. Qualifying low-income buyers can qualify for a rebate of $5,000 for purchasing a used EV or $7,500 for a new one. This program is subject to annual funding limitations and is currently suspended, but is expected to reopen in summer 2026. Pennsylvania offers rebates of up to $3,000 for the purchase of a new or used plug-in electric vehicle for moderate income buyers. Plug-in hybrids can qualify for a rebate of up to $1,500. An additional $1,000 is available to lower income buyers. Rhode Island's Drive EV program offers rebates of up to $3,000 for purchases of new or used EVs or plug-in hybrid vehicles. $1,500 is available to qualifying low-income purchasers. And finally, Washington State exempts new and used electric vehicle purchases from sales and use taxes. The vehicle must cost less than $45,000 if new and $30,000 if used. And now, the bad news. Drivers of electric vehicles in 40 states now pay an additional fee when they register their vehicles or renew their registrations. The building and maintenance of the public roads has long been paid for with gasoline taxes. Since EVs use no gasoline, states assess these fees so that the drivers of these vehicles pay their fair share. The states and their annual fees are shown on the screen. They range from just $30 per year in South Carolina, $60 assessed every 2 years, to an eye-watering $260 per year in New Jersey. The average annual fee is about $148. Fees are lower and often non-existent for hybrid or plug-in hybrid vehicles. Links to web pages with details on the various state incentives, who qualifies for them, and which vehicles qualify can be found in the video description. Please like the video if you found it informative. Subscribe if you haven't already to see additional oversimplifications of our overcomplicated tax system. And of course, your questions, comments, and suggestions are always welcome in the comment space below. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with more of your taxes oversimplified.